Hi, Tim Blankenship here with Divorce661.com. In this episode, I want to talk about the confusions with court procedure and policy and things you might be told by the court. I had a call yesterday from a gentleman who had scheduled a consultation with us, and the conversation started with him telling me what he needed. Essentially, he said he needed a request for order to set aside a default because a default had been entered, and he needs to, after that, he needs to file a response so he can have an uncontested case. And he had all these things that he believed he had to do, which I assume he was told by the court. And I said, I tell you what, I'm the professional here. This is what I do. Why don't you tell me what's going on and let me tell you what I think you need to do. So his situation was such that I filed, he never responded, and default was later filed. They were not in agreement at the time, and now he wanted to respond, and he wanted to, of course, set aside the default, which would be appropriate to do that. But when I asked him, hey, well, are you guys now in agreement? He said, yes, we have a total agreement. So had I just said, okay, fine, here's how much it is for a request for order, here it is for the response, plus you'd have to pay a court fee to file the response. After learning of his circumstance, I said, if you are in agreement, even though a default has been entered, you guys can still enter in a default with a written agreement. And I guess he was a little bit taken back. I mean, we saved him a ton of money, both in our fees and in court fees and in time. So he obviously retained us. And today I finalized his paperwork. I'm just going to send it out for signatures, and he needs to send it back, and I can file it with the court. But had we gone on what he was told or what he thought, we would be filing a motion. He'd be getting into court in about 60 days. He would then be spending money on a response and additional fees with us. And then we probably would have had to set the case for trial because that's the way the court explains it. But if you're in agreement, even if a default has been entered, we can still file a stipulated judgment. It's just called a default with a written agreement. So if you're running into trouble, I get calls all day long of issues people are having, courts telling them to do one thing, they're getting stuck, paperwork rejected. Just give me a call. I can work through the issue. If it's something simple, I'll just tell you what needs to be done. If it's something more complex that you would need to hire us for, I'll let you know what the cost would be. But just give me a call. We usually can solve things in a matter of minutes. Once I look at your case online and you tell me what's going on, we can usually get you figured out really quick. Tim Blankenship, Divorce661.com. I hope you're having a great day. We'll talk to you soon.